Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out some of the best UX UI design books for free, which are also pertaining to the latest design trends, things that are happening in the tech world, AI, VR, AR, MR, you name it, and these books are covering it. And these are going to be super helpful, so without further ado, let's just get started with the video. Alright, so talking about relatively new books, UX Design for Startups is a kind of book that covers the essentials for how to create products for a new company, a new brand, a new startup which is trying to create something from scratch. As you can see, the subtitle here says trial and error. So these are tried and tested methods, principles that are formed by startup designers. This has total of 6 chapters, and you can read a little about each chapter from this website itself. And it seems to cover the basics or the base. It seems to cover certain techniques, specialized techniques that you can use to create workflows, how you can create a product that is able to help the company grow faster, to bring in new business, etc. So you're basically covering everything for startups. Now, UX Spin is the website, and they're famous for a lot of their other books as well. However, this new book is going to help you guys a lot. All you need to do is enter your email and download it in any format that you like. Alright, so this next one was launched this year by Doug Collins, and the UX Design Field Book is one of the absolute best reminders that UX designers are not perfect. Now, as a UX designer, I often forgot terms, I forgot a lot of concepts, I forgot a lot of processes and methods, but this book is a great revision. If you're trying to revise on certain things, this book will really help you out. So this book almost covers everything in the design process. Every little term, every little principle, every little thing that you need to remember on a daily basis. So if you're trying to get a book that helps you keep sharp and which helps you maintain your skills, this is the book to go for. Now, Google Books has a complete free preview for this, so you can read through the book. However, if you want to get the full book, it's a paid price on Amazon. You can search for it and get it. Otherwise, I think the free 28 pages preview will get a good glimpse of what the book is all about and also give you a lot of knowledge. Hey, I forgot Google had a Google book, so this is going to be a really cool tool for you to search for ebooks. AI and UX. This is a perfect book for people who are thinking about how does UX design pertain to things like data science and artificial intelligence and all this cool new stuff we see these days. Now, this book costs 1,000 rupees plus if you buy it off Amazon. However, O'Reilly, the famous book publishers, have actually taken out a cool website or a cool platform where you can check out a lot of these books under either a free trial or a subscription basis. Now, the authors have focused on a bunch of topics here. Why do we even use UX, or how do we even use UX with artificial intelligence? It also focuses on the technology of AI and how an experience differs from what we see in the back and what users get to see in the front. And also how companies are trying to make humans feel smarter with AI technology. So there's a lot of human-computer interaction involved when it comes to AI. So reading this book will give you a very in-depth view of AI and UX. How can they work together? Now, since we're talking about trendy topics, UX for XR. And for those who don't know what XR is basically VR, AR, or MR. So the X can be replaced by anything. Now, I really like this book because it includes case studies of actual AR, VR, and MR applications and how they maintain a good experience throughout the process. And they also talk about the job market. They also talk about what's happening in the industry and around the industry when it comes to XR technologies. So I'd say this book is very practical, knowledge oriented. So I would highly recommend this one. If you have 10 days on the trial, this is one of the books that you should get, or you just buy it and put it on your Kindle. Now, this next one is on Google Drive. It was tough to find this, but I finally found 20 things I learned about browsers and the web by the actual people who created Google Chrome. Yes, you're probably watching this video on your laptop on a Google Chrome. So people who worked on the design and tech of Google Chrome, the Google team has come up with this really cool little book that you can read through. Again, it's just a bunch of pages, 64 pages, so a short book to read with a bunch of illustrations, which thumbs up, I love illustrations. They also talk about how UX pertains to things like technologies like cookies, technologies that maintain the privacy of a user on a browser. Teach you a lot of things through this book with illustrative examples. So things like diagrams are there, things like real life examples of people typing in domains, etc. are there. So if you're looking at a great book which teaches you how they created a great product like Google Chrome, so all in all, a book you can fall in love with this year, 20 things I learned about browsers and the web. It was hard to find this. It's not on a lot of platforms, but here you guys go. Now, give a lot of kudos to a lot of UX designers out there who are doing storytelling or using storytelling as their primary objective of a designer. I think it's really cool perspective. This next book is awesome. UX Storytellers Connecting the Dots. Now, this is a free ebook that you can get today on Scribd, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is not a book by 1 or 2 authors. This is a book by 10, 15 authors. So designers from all over the world have come together to talk about UX storytelling, and boy, is this book very comprehensive. 500 plus pages of different designers all over the world talking about their experiences. And also you'll be able to see a lot of case studies from companies, because a lot of these designers are working with companies. Some of these chapters are literally focusing on so many different aspects of UX that I highly appreciate it. Things like culture, the difference between culture can make a difference between the user experience, or women in UX and how a woman UX designer succeeded. So a lot of different topics that you'd have to find different books for. You found it here. Now, when we talk about OG books, I'd say Userfocus is a company which is an OG company already, who has published a bunch of guides and books for user testing, for design, for user research, things like that. Topics here are immense. Things from like accessibility, standards, mobile, forms, guidelines, etc. So you have something for everybody here. Love this concept, usability test moderation, the comic. So you'll be able to learn about how to do usability testing as an actual comic book. Now, this page has something for everybody except just the comic books, and it's never ending. A really cool page that you can check out certain of these books. I suggest read all of these. All right, so that was it for today. Short and sweet and crisp. I hope you liked this video. If you did, thumbs up, of course, don't forget to do that. And comment down below a book that you'd like to suggest the community, you'd like to suggest to other people. Free, paid, whatever it is. And I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Until next time, take care. God bless.